welcome to the Filmdelve podcast. My name is the only person that genuinely liked this movie.
That's a very unique name.
It's a long name.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
parents hated me.
What was the movie?
Bitter Moon.
Bro
A
said
Better
that.
Moon by Bitter Man.
Bro said when I
Please
told
don't.
like we aren't doing a podcast, he didn't tell the eyes. He was like, "How'd you
Yeah.
forget?"
By Roman Polanski. Wait, don't you guys usually introduce yourselves?
Do we? I'm Chubbs. I edited the podcast. Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not, bro. I feel like it's usually welcome to Film Delve. Today we're talking about this movie and like a description.
Oh,
Because also our names
Well.
are already on the in the image.
it doesn't matter. It's
You don't
professional.
need to know our names, man.
Why not?
I mean,
I'll say my real name right
at
now.
this point in the series, you should know the name.
Yeah, and also it's
Yeah,
in
the one guy who
it's
watches
in the
every
image.
episode.
Like if that
What if-
one
what if
guy
it's
doesn't know the
it's
names
a
by
new
now,
viewer? What if it's the first episode? What if it's a new viewer?
a
The
big
names
Roman,
are
like
in the
the Roman
image.
Polanski's top guy is like, "Oh, dude, a Bitter Moon like reveal."
That'd be funny. Because most people haven't seen this movie, and most of the people that did see this movie don't really care for it.
You shouldn't watch this movie. It sucks
Hey,
dick.
hey, let's get to everyone's parts. Speaking of which, I mean, we're gonna have Contra go last since he liked the most, or him go first.
I'll go last.
He can go first.
I feel
Nah,
like
you
I
go
will
first.
say first because I don't have a lot to say. So,
damn, that's crazy. Okay.
and also give a short summary of the movie.
Okay. Bitter Moon is about this couple that goes on this cruise and ends up meeting with this other couple, this old jaded couple. Well, I guess only one of them's really old, but they end up meeting with this jaded couple. One is this failed writer in this wheelchair, and his exotic French wife, and our main character Nigel, who's a gigantic pussy, ends up becoming like infatuated with her. So, the French woman named Mimi, her husband basically takes Nigel under his wing a little bit. And is like, hey, if you want to fuck my wife, you gotta listen to like this story about like our entire romance. And it starts out fine. A little weird with like the age dynamic or whatever. But eventually he hits what he calls sexual bankruptcy. And he doesn't want to be with this with this woman anymore. She basically begs him to stay under like any condition, and he's like, "Oh, okay, fine." And at that point, he starts exploring these sadistic fantasies on her by like humiliating her in public and basically torturing her. This is like half of the movie. Eventually, he abandons her in another country, and she comes back a couple years later. And he's like doing like this womanizing thing, which was kind of unbelievable. I could see if like he was with like another woman or something, like that'd be fine. But like this guy was like, I don't know, he was
Flinging dick.
Yeah, he was doing like some Playboy shit, which didn't really make any sense to me because Peter Coyote isn't a super good looking guy.
He's ugly.
Like it was just unbelievable to me. But he ends up getting hit by like a bus in like a drunken stupor or whatever, and ends up in the hospital. But he's gonna be fine. Mimi ends up showing back up, and she's like, "I fucking hate you," and she pulls him out of bed and like ends up destroying his spine, so he's crippled forever. From that point on, the premise of the movie kind of flips, and now she's the one doing the public humiliation to him, and all this other stuff. And eventually they end up on the boat where they meet Nigel and his wife. And they do this like elaborate scheme where they get Nigel to think that he's gonna fuck her, but it never ends up happening. And Mimi ends up fucking his wife instead. And then Peter Coyote kills his wife and himself. That's pretty much it. Things I liked about this movie. I don't know. I liked that it didn't really like pull any punches. I liked it was kind of a hard watch, seeing him do all those things to her. She's probably the most justified woman of all time. I thought the performances were pretty good, especially the wife, who was played by Roman Polanski's own wife, which is kind of weird because
Married him 12 years after he raped a little girl, by the way.
true. Anyways, which is kind of weird because
Anyways.
like how much of this is like him exploring his own like sexual fantasies about his wife or stuff they might have done, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
for sure, man.
Well, like, do you have more thoughts?
Uh, I like the soundtrack.
Well, you gave this a pretty high score. You gave it like an 8.
Well, yeah, like I enjoy the premise. I thought it was well acted.
Mm, right. Well, who goes next then?
Nah, I'm going
Uh,
next.
Chubb,
I feel like I guess we're
you're
gonna
like
go
a
in
middle
order.
ground.
We're starting to go in
Place.
order of like liked it to like it was alright to like going down to I fucking hate this. I get like a 6. I get a 6 out of 10. I thought it was fine. It did make me laugh a lot, but to be fair for the film here, I feel like I was probably laughing at the absurdity than like the film actually trying to be funny in that moment. Except for the dog one. That one's obviously trying to be funny. It's a scene trying to be funny, and it's a scene where he's getting like blown, right? And like as he's coming, he grabs his dog in the bed and starts pulling it to him as the dog's like, hey, hey. That shit had me
Wait.
fucking dying.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What parts of the movie made you laugh that you thought weren't trying to be funny?
Most of the sexual, like, weird
Yeah,
stuff,
a
like,
lot of the
Pig
sexual
might have
weird
been
stuff.
trying to make you laugh.
Yep.
Just like the really absurd shit they're doing. The movie, again, I think the dog scenes were probably trying to be funny. I think the pig mask is, probably trying to be funny. But other than that, I don't think the movie's trying to make you laugh. Especially when it's being sold as an erotic thriller.
Yeah.
I think it's trying to be more serious. I'm not taking it seriously.
Uh, I'm not entirely convinced.
No.
It's
I
a
am. I'm fully convinced.
like it's a pretty funny movie, but I think it's trying to be.
It's funny. It's funny to laugh at. It's not a funny movie. I have fun laughing at the movie.
It's
only-
just
the only-
absurd. That's
only-
I'm not
that's what
laughing
it
with them.
is. But it's
The only
not
parts I don't
funny.
think like were funny were like when he was torturing her. Other than that, it was pretty.
Not really. We were laughing at sex scenes before that and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? The stuff they were doing.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like I think it recognizes.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to be funny though.
Hmm.
Like these are two different things.
Absurdity, like inherently funny.
No,
Not always.
I think we're just people who find absurdity integrally funny.
Absurdity can be
Who's
funny.
who's to say Roman Polanski doesn't find absurdity funny?
Me
Well,
and the movie's tone.
Roman Polanski's an interesting fella.
Yeah, the movie's trying to be
I
like
don't-
very like central, and it's not. I think it's the movie failing.
I don't know. I like,
Mhm.
It's like when you said with Peter Cody being a womanizer, how it doesn't really connect. Like I think it's just the movie's trying to be central on parts, and it's really not connecting.
Yeah, it
like-
wasn't really.
Like this is an erotic thriller. I did not feel like that to me at all. Like when I think erotic thriller, I think maybe something like Blue Velvet or Mulholland. And those kind of like blow this out the water. I didn't really feel.
Blue Velvet's also pretty funny.
I don't really. What the fuck's the point? What does that have to do with what I'm saying here? Like I'm saying, like in terms of erotic thriller, it didn't really feel like that to me at all. Maybe a drama. I don't know what I would call this. A mess.
I mean, I guess.
What do you mean? You guess?
I mean, I guess.
You guess what?
me when I get.
What you just said. I mean, I guess.
Go on, Chubbs.
Yeah, I don't know. At least for me personally, I don't think it was all around trying to be funny. I at least found some scenes funny. I mean, I laughed at a lot of them, but again, it was just at a certain point I was like, "There's no fucking way they're going that route." Some of the shots in the movie were good. I like the carnival shit. That I think it's early on when they're still in love. When they meet up in the park and it's that shot of the church. I like that one. Yeah, soundtrack was fine. I think it. I like the near the ending point. It really, you really do kind of sympathize with her a lot because how fucking much he goes into her. to where when it's just full on humiliation ritual for the guy, you're just kind of like, yeah, you had this coming. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I think I would say like, again, I give it a 6. I'm very middle of the road here. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again to be fair. Uh, but again, I didn't really hate it, but I also don't think it was like really good either. So middle of the road here. Just I thought it was fine. I mean, I enjoyed myself, but like uh, I don't know. I do feel like I don't know. For me, people that's great here. Nigel was kind of the weakest for me. I was more interested in the other story than just where fucking Nigel
I
was doing.
mean, yeah, he's probably weak, but he's also barely in it. Like, I don't really blame it for like not being interested in Nigel, and he's barely. It's like what 80% like the other couple story.
I mean, Nigel sucks, and that's kind of the point.
Nigel also kind of immediately is like, I want to fuck this other chick. Like, I don't really care about him as a character at all because we like know nothing about him. And all already, he's like, I would have fucked this random chick who would cheat on my wife.
It's kind of like Peter Coyote's
He's
character.
pathetic. He's like a more pathetic version of like the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
I think all the like both men are very pathetic in this movie on purpose, and they're kind of the more sympathetic character.
But yeah, I think that's all I got to really say. I also don't. What other movies have Roman Polanski done?
Chinatown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Right.
All right, well, I'll
Yeah,
give
like-
next then. Give it a 5 out of 10 because I thought about it, I removed my bias for like the director here. Like, would I like this movie if it was someone else? I thought about it and I put it in a different context. I just don't think I would. Now, I wouldn't have like some of like the problem to do because I do think this is a movie that's corrupted by its director I think with Chinatown, no, like it being Polanski did, I can kind of cope and like remove, what he does later from it and still like really love it. This one kind of knowing it's after that, I kind of question a lot of the movie's intentions, especially scenes where like they're really focusing on how young the wife is and stuff. I'm like, oh, right. Like it's a movie that feels, I think, a lot grosser. I know who's behind it because it has me questioning what the movie's, motivations are. I think that's a big problem I have. I care about like, it makes me uncomfortable. Like I'm fine with art making me uncomfortable. I didn't really feel like there was a point to a lot of it. I didn't like care much what it had to say. I thought it was well shot. I think we all agreed. I thought the performances were good. Again, particularly, I also think French wife. I forget her, Mimi. What's her name? Mimi was
Mimi,
probably the
yeah.
best performance. Nigel, again, it was like a nothing performance. He didn't really have much to shine or chew on. Same with the wife. Like, again, this movie's like 80% Peter and fucking her. Like we said, like, I don't know. I laughed at the movie a lot, but I was just laughing at like ridiculousness. I wasn't laughing mostly because it wanted me to laugh. It's Marcus Sosa and Rock thriller. I wasn't really feeling any like central like tension or anything like that from this movie. I didn't really feel anything from this movie, which I think, anything but like kind of feeling gross at like the context behind some of it. Other than that, the movie like I wasn't feeling anything from any of these. I don't care about any of these characters. I wasn't invested in anything. This movie didn't really move me at all. Besides in a negative way when I thought about context with the director. It's like I said, even without that biased director, I don't think I care for this movie much. I think it's super bad. Question stuff with Polanski, but if I look at it just by itself, I just think it's whatever. I wouldn't like watch it again. I just don't think much of it at all. I think in terms of rock thrillers, there's plenty of different ones I would watch that I think get the points across and like that feeling. Central tension a lot better than this. Like, something like Blue Velvet Mulholland Drive. Really, like even when you just think back to them, they have a very distinct feel. I have feelings and like a vibe I can really connect to those movies. I don't really feel anything from this movie. I don't feel any kind of vibe or distinct look or anything. really attaches itself to me. Uh, like Contra said, I do think Polanski does good at making you really fucking be on the chick side. Holy fuck. Peter Coyote probably plays one of the most despicable dudes. Even when he's like before he's doing sticks and stuff, he's like he's not really like likable.
Yeah, he's still kind of shitty.
I think he's meant to be slimy for sure. Like I also feel like the whole movie kind of has like that slime on it, like Nigel also slimy, which I think is intentional. So I think it does good at that. Like I think it's like with the Playboy stuff and later. I just don't know if Polanski really intended what he intended him to be. The character is kind of confusing to me. What he's meant to be. Is he meant to be this super slimy dude, or is he meant to be like people like him and his true attention slip? Like I don't know exactly what that character is meant to be.
I think the film is pretty mean-spirited overall.
Yeah, I can see this being a very cynical film too. But really don't like. Again, I think the chicks are really kind of the only sympathetic like figures in this movie. Like he does do good at making the sadistic stuff. Peter Coyote does really like ingrain you against him, so that when you know
And even then,
the wheel turns,
that's
you're
pretty
like
much
fuck
tried to
this
fuck
dude.
with this guy's marriage for no real reason.
What'd you say?
I said even then, she still decides to fuck with this guy's marriage for like no real reason, for fun.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, but she's a broken character because of him. Like he's taken this pretty much innocent girl and he's broken and twisted her to something beyond recognition.
You know,
Now they're just two like twisted, broken people that hurt others.
the black
Because,
guy
you
just
know,
wanted to dance. He's a little dancer.
Hey, what was your favorite line in the movie? Mine was the one about Niagara Falls. Remember that?
What was the line?
They were talking about like waterworks and stuff. The he was talking about drinking her piss or whatever.
Oh, you mean water sports?
Yeah, when he was talking
Yeah.
about like the going over, yeah. Mine was when he was onlying like a pig in the pig
He
man.
had so many fucking just insane metaphors for no reason. Well, he's a writer, so like
I think it was really gross.
I really hated the line about her pussy.
Yeah, when he talked
Shower.
about eating her pussy,
I
that shit was
fucking
gross
hated
as
that
fuck, bro.
shit. Literally so fucking gross. I hope Polanski fucking dies. I really hope he dies. I can't. Like,
He's chilling in your favorite country, like France.
I fucking hate France.
You live there.
I regret
yeah.
it. I regretted it. I regretted it. I never want to go back there.
Yeah, no, I do think overall it's a movie that I just don't think connected with me much. Like question attention stuff. And again, even without like the corruption of the director attached, I just don't think I care. Or like I don't think it would stop moving like any biases. I don't think it's particularly bad. I just don't think it does anything for me at all. And when I attach context behind it, I do question of what it's saying. Other than that, again, it was just 5 out of 10 probably for me when I again remove that attachment.
What do you mean exactly by you questioning what it's saying?
Like I said, I question like the motivations behind a lot of the things it's saying when I put Polanski.
What do you think it might be saying?
Like I don't even know what it's saying in general, but like stuff again when he's like about how like she's young she is. Like, I don't know if it's meant to be creepy in that aspect or that's like Polanski just being like
okay.
just central to him and stuff like that.
How like
certain
things in the movie that if you apply to like what Polanski does, it comes off.
There's a lot of things with the
gross.
characters that I think if any other guy directs it, I'd be like, oh, he's really meant to be slimy and creepy. But when it's Polanski and the way it's kind of presented, I don't know if like
I feel like
they're
Peter
meant to do
Coyote's
that.
character is just like unambiguously slimy and creepy.
Yeah, but then he's like again, you say he's showing like a player character like later on. Like I don't know what I like. His character is like very.
Well, I mean, a lot of
and I don't know what he's meant to
be. Younger women.
I don't think they're painting him as creepy when he's like being a player. Like it does not feel like it's trying to paint him as creepy when he's like being a player. It just feels like, look, he's like a party boy. Like, I didn't feel like they're trying to like. The only time I really feel like it feels like creepy is when he's talking about like the age and shit like that and like the sadistic stuff. And again, with Polanski's like crimes. I don't know if that's like meant to be.
Also, the imagery around Mimi as well. It's like framing her as of her age, right? That's the whole thing. Especially like when they first meet, right? There's like a lot of imagery that kind of paints her as like infantile, like a lot younger. And there's this whole thing with the emphasis on her age difference and everything like that. It's weird. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
and there's the dependency on him.
Like I don't like it. And the thing is, like, here, if it's one thing if another director did this, right? Because I was like, okay, that makes sense. But when it's Polanski, that's the fucking problem, right? What message is he bringing here? I don't want to hear it from him.
Yeah,
I don't want to
ultimately, I
hear.
don't
I don't
know.
want to fucking hear anything from him when it comes to
Ultimately, I don't
this.
know if Peter Carey is meant to be as creepy and like slimy as I'm taking him to be. Like, I do not know if he's that creepy and slimy in Polanski's like actual intention. How it
Yeah, that's the
portrays him in
thing.
like some of the ways. I think
It's
that's
like,
ultimately like one of the like conflicts I have. Because I truly don't know what this character is kind of like
yeah,
meant
because like,
to be.
yeah, it's like, sure, he's like, find me pathetic, but
Like, if
it's
he's
coming from
meant to be general bad
Polanski.
guy, I
This
think this is
guy.
stated that makes that clear. But there's aspects of him that I don't know were necessarily meant to be super slimy or creepy.
I don't think there were any positive aspects to him, like in general. Like I don't. There's nothing I can like relate to with this guy or like empathize with.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, I think the message
So it's
either
like I,
way
I
is
don't I don't I don't know if he's like
I
meant
don't
to be
know.
neutral
When
in
he
any
put on
way.
that pig
it's
mask, I was
muddled.
like,
Well,
That's
well,
the
he
thing.
that's
looks
the
like
point. Is
me.
I don't know if he's meant to be or not. Is because of Polanski. Is I don't know parts of this
And that's the
character
thing.
like
That's like the weakness of this
are like
movie,
portrayed.
basically.
Like it just has me questioning intentions behind the line. I can't remove that like context. So I'm like some of this again. Like, I'm not saying he's like just be portrayed as like a good guy because he's very clearly. I do think Polanski portrays him as a bad guy in general, but there's some of his sliminess and creepiness that I don't know if that's part of it or if Polanski Jerry thinks it is like a womanizer playboy that has like some bad habits rather than like how creepy and weird he actually is.
Um,
And I think it's ultimately like an intention thing that I can't be sure of,
like
and I can't really trust that Polanski like again with the context behind it, it kind of
right,
corrupts like whole
so like
vision.
I'm not disputing that like Polanski's a bad person and he's like capable of all of these things, but
Well,
I
I hope
also
not.
just but
It
like
would be crazy. It would be
I don't know,
crazy
just
if
like
they.
every like if I had never if I didn't know that stuff, like I wouldn't assume any of that. Like
But yeah, but it's
I
like so.
I don't think the film is a suspect in that way.
I do. I definitely do.
I do. Yeah. It like listen. Even if this movie came out with a different director, it would still be kind of
Like
like
everything the
strange,
film's
right? And I
telling me
would
like
like to
by
look into the
itself is
director's
is
past
telling
to
me
know
like the
about
opposite.
this. And then
Like you're right
it's
with a different director. I would be like probably like give more benefit of doubt that this character is meant to be, you know,
yeah, exactly.
creepy and like stuff, but it's not. Like that's just the fact of it.
Yeah.
Like I can't remove the context of who made it.
In this case, you can't really separate the
I
art
think
from the
it.
And like
artist.
I
Right?
think it
This
really
isn't even
works
and
art, in
like
my
for.
opinion. This isn't even
I still
art.
love
This
like
is just better
Chinatown. It's not
material
like
for
he
him.
corrupts everything. It's specifically themes in this movie that like around a young woman and it being like specifically focused around her age and stuff. That's specifically the context relates to the context of she did in real life that makes me question it. Like in Chinatown, not questioning shit. It's because like it doesn't have like yeah you have pot as like sexual crime or whatever, but like I'm not questioning as much here because one
I don't
things
think
after two
I
like
don't
there's a
think
lot
the
of
age
focus.
aspect is like under scrutiny in the movie.
And, well, yeah, I agree. I think that's a problem. Like that's one of the things about the movie that's weird. Like that I don't like is that I think the age thing is like not treat him as being creepy when he's like really focused on how young she is.
And also the way,
That's what
like,
feels close to
especially,
me.
I go back to the pussy part, right? He talks about it like being miniature and all this weird type of things. That is weird. Listen, it would be different again if another director did it, right? But this is Polanski we're talking about. That just fucking ruins the movie for me. Like, listen, whatever this movie offers, it's fucking corrupted and muddled because of Polanski. I don't get the message of this movie. The message is like fucked. It doesn't matter to me about this movie. I don't care about this movie basically because of that. It's like no matter how you look at it. because it's made by Polanski. It's like everything's kind of suspect and weird.
Because we have to look at it at a different lens now. Because like I said, it's like the specific themes and things it's focused on that now I really have to question the intentions.
Like for
And
me,
again,
and like
like I
how
said though, even if I remove Polanski from it, I don't think this movie is particularly moving strong to me anyway. Like even if I remove that bias, so I give it like a 5 out of 10. I just don't think this movie sticks with me, regardless. Right? Like, put like a generic, no-name director who has never done anything wrong. I'm gonna watch this movie and like be like, okay, that was something, I guess. I'm probably gonna move on.
Okay.
But like, regardless, if you have that bias that if I remove it, I still just don't feel much for this movie. That's my thoughts in general. Well, you go to Cosmo. Like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I do think it's interesting for the episode because like I I didn't know 'cause I don't really keep up with many like directors. So like we went to go watch it and y'all referenced it and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And then you said I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, I
So,
mentioned it a few times, like even on the podcast, and you were like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
but yeah.
and also we
So
mentioned it in the group chat as well.
so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really wasn't really thinking about it for the film from my end, but I imagine with thinking about it and knowing of what he did,
Yeah, it's
it would definitely make me start going like, "Hey, what the fuck?" I like. I mean, that's how some people feel of Kevin Spacey's like certain performances, where it kind of like even though like the line, like I watch like
Mhm.
Baby Driver with people, right? And some people hate the "That's my baby" line from Kevin Spacey. I don't have any problems with it, but then it really creeps him out just because of what he did. Um,
I think Kevin Spacey's probably a rapist. I don't know about pedophile.
Again, I'm not saying he's a pedophile.
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
just trying to like give a little line
I
there.
mean, if we want to talk to like, nothing was ever quote unquote proven, but like there's a lot of weird shit happening, whatever. Like, you think Kevin Spacey, I get the point.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, yeah. Like, I watch Baby Driver. I don't really think about like, I just don't think his character being that deep for that line to have any kind of creepy meaning from him. But I do think it's different. He's portraying somebody else's writing, so I probably don't find it as bad as something where Polanski was directly behind. Well, actually, he write fucking Bitter Moon. I guess that would be like a more important thing. Like we're like
Probably,
it's just
probably
delivering
did.
to other dude's line. Did you say
He probably
he wrote the
did.
screenplay to others? Okay,
Oh
so
yeah,
he directly wrote. Yeah.
okay.
Like I do think everyone I know, he's like directly hand up creating this dialogue where it's like Kevin Spacey, like unless they're like that was a totally improvised line and it was Kevin Spacey acting creepy or something, then I would probably change my opinion on that. But I don't know, Kevin Spacey also like it's really kind of easier to watch his performances even now because he usually plays villains anyway. Like, yeah, look, he's a piece of shit. Like he can just from his real life.
Yeah, I guess what you mean because it's like it's the character. It's like any other director when he says like describing her pussy. Any other director, your
I
brain would
mean, I
probably
think,
assume, oh, they're
yeah,
trying to make
I
him
mean, he's meant to
creepy.
be really
But with Roman
creepy.
Polanski, it's like,
Yeah,
is he trying to
Yeah.
progress that message, or is it another message? Am I following
yeah,
along
like,
here?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Essentially.
yeah.
All right,
And like,
well,
I don't know. I do also think that like it's good to talk about the forgotten movie because it's like a big part of it is who directed it.
yeah,
I think it's a good conversation to have in the movie anyway. I think it would be much more disingenuous if we went into this and kind of just removed the context of it being Polanski.
yeah, she's like ignoring that shit.
Anyway, Cosmo, you can go. What's your thoughts?
Wait, did you say
Um,
writing, Kelly? I don't know if I heard it. Oh, you said
He
five.
wrote the
I'm done.
screenplay
I'm
with two
done.
other people.
All right,
Two other people.
all right. Well, Colin, what's your
I mean,
score, and you can
Skelly.
give your
Yeah.
bases.
Yeah. So Skelly basically said everything. I also thought like he's pretty on point with everything I had to say about this movie. So I scored this movie a 3 out of 10. Actually, I'm thinking about lowering it to a 2 because I hate it that much now. So the pros, I mean, we all know it's beautifully shot. Whatever, the acting is pretty good. I like the fashion. That was pretty much it. The cons, everything. The director himself. This movie just felt like a fucking heap of mud to get through. Every time I was clicking the button to make sure to calculate how much time I had left because I could not stand the fucking movie. I did not like
Oh,
this at all. This shit was
Regardless, even
ass.
if like I wasn't super
Shit
affected,
from
I do think
Boom.
the movie kind of slogs on. Like in the middle, I do
Yeah,
think the
this
movie
shit
does
is
start to
So
drop
fucking
off.
slow.
Regardless. Like it
so
did feel
It,
long.
I do want to say something. I'm not trying to validate a point. I'm just posing a question for Cosmo. Do you think because of what he did for you more than Skelly, do you think it more heavily affected you than where the film probably couldn't win you anyway? Or do you disagree with my notion?
I think it impacts it. Yeah, I think you're kind of right on that aspect. That I think because of again, I think because of what Polanski did, this movie is basically tainted to me, right? Like we can make an argument for like movies prior, before the charges, right?
Yeah.
Before what
Like, look,
happened.
I do
But
think on trying to separate art and artist, but I do think there's at a certain point there's a
I
line to
I
where
don't
you
think you
can't
can.
fucking do it.
You
Oh,
can't. I don't think you
you
can when it
separate
comes
with a
to
certain
this.
content. Like
Yeah.
it depends what the
Yeah.
artist did and what
I mean,
the
like
art's
if
about.
they
Like
tried like a
Like,
normal song
if
and
he
then he was
made
a
a
piece of
movie,
shit, like whatever. But if the song's about how
if
much he did
yeah,
to
yeah.
like a young girl and he was like a fucking pedophile, then that song becomes more like, hey, what's he saying
yeah,
though?
it becomes a lot different.
Yeah.
And listen, like,
Oh,
exactly. So if he made a movie, let's say, about a completely different subject, then maybe I could say like, okay, I can look at it a little bit differently. But no, this movie is fucking just fetish for him. Like, it just feels like we're going through what he likes, right? That's the problem with this movie. I feel like a voyager, and I don't like that. I feel like this is very intrusive. I don't like it, and it's gross, and it's comfortable, and it's slimy. I don't like it. It felt like heaps of mud to go through, and maybe there was a small pebble on the way that was like, oh wow, this isn't that crazy bad. Like the fucking dog scene, I thought was funny. That's it. That's literally it. There's nothing good about this movie to look forward to. There's nothing great about this movie. It's heaps of fucking shit. It's fucking poop from a butt. I hate this movie. And I think Polanski should be hung down, upside down and skinned alive. That's all I think about this movie. I'm sorry, like anything this movie could bring to the table, themes, messaging, whatever, it's muddled, it's corrupted, it's tainted. I can't separate the art from the artist when it comes to this movie. If it was a subject matter that was different, I could. But no,
like
this
we keep bringing
movie,
up Chinatown. Even Chinatown, like it does have like the whole incestuous pedophilia act. Like it's not like such a big focus, and like it's like
it,
almost like a character study of that character. It's not really super described. That character's clearly the villain. It's also before the crime, so I can
yeah,
like separate that from his later acts a lot easier than I can which theme specifically kind of like around to like somewhat related to crimes he did to where I'm like, what's going on
yeah.
here?
And this movie, I feel like just goes full depth into what maybe personally he likes, right? And then it's just weird to me. I don't like this movie. And yeah, the only thing maybe it's like supposed to be a cynical movie, but even that shit is tainted to me. Like there's nothing enjoyable about this fucking movie. And you know what? I don't want to watch any more Polanski films after. Like
Um,
the only one I would watch is Chinatown. That's
you
because
watch.
Kelly
Chinatown
says
is
it's good.
great. Sadly,
Yeah,
it's one of
but
the
I
best
don't
of
want to
all
watch
I
time.
any
watched
movies
I watched
after the
Chinatown while
charges.
having one of the worst stomach problems ever, and I still give that film a high ass rating.
And yeah, and I think I was gonna say something else. Yeah, and one thing also is that something that ruins this movie even worse for me is the fact that Polanski defended himself about what he did with that young girl.
Not just
He
him,
was
but a
trying to
bunch of
justify
directors that
himself.
came through.
Yeah, Tarantino did it. He called her
David
like a
Lynch.
little party girl asking for it or whatever.
Wait,
Yeah,
is that
exactly.
true with
I think
I
Tarantino?
fucking hate Tarantino.
Oh my
yes,
Yeah.
god,
yes.
dude, that
I
fucking
think
dude.
even Lynch. I think even Lynch
Yep.
signed a release, not really knowing like his daughters. They didn't really know like everything behind. Like even like people like Lynch signed like some like kind of form. What that big Hollywood form, a bunch of high level directors have asked to try to let Polanski back into Hollywood or whatever. Like there's been a lot of
That's
stuff.
fucking wild. That's fucking gross. That's why I ruined a lot. That's why I fucking hate movie directors, anyways. But it's like it's the fact that he even defended himself and was saying like, "Oh, we all want to do it. We all want to." He had a quote saying like, "Oh, we all want to do it" to young girls, and it's like, who is?
Did you
I
see?
mean, let's be
Me,
Did you see
me,
that shit Tarantino said?
no.
It was like these fucking 13-year-old party girls. You know what I'm saying? They're
That's
Yeah, there's audio, but he
that's
said
so
that shit
fucking
like in a
gross.
podcast or some shit. Like,
So fucking
me
gross.
me sipping my coffee in my Hollywood cafe, thinking about my next movie as I hear on the radio. Yeah, we all fucking do it. Me going, no, we don't.
Yo, why did we lock Diggy up for shit we all did?
Ugh. But yeah, basically that's just my review. There's nothing more to analyze. I don't want to waste more of my time on it.
Well, I I think this is probably we're very varied here. We have 8, right? 8, 6, 5, and then the 3. But unless you're treating
I
that
mean,
to
you
a
guys
2.
can just go with yours. I don't really care. Put it low.
I mean, I was
We're
gonna say I'm
gonna throw
fine
it in the
with.
fucking trash. Put it in
Okay, I
fucking
was gonna say.
trash.
It would average out near the bottom anyway.
Yeah, it
I was
would.
gonna say I'm fine with putting it in like the bottom of C or something.
Yeah.
You could put it in. You could put it lower than that. Like everybody else, like
Put
everything
it in
like it.
F
Yeah,
tier.
but it's
Well,
meant to be.
okay,
It's meant to
it
be a
can't
combination of
go.
all of our
It
thoughts.
can't go in F
Yeah, but
tier
like,
because
if there's
he's.
only if there's only one positive, then
Yeah,
the
but like I still think this is averages out kind of like to a C. Like I said, even if Connie thinks like a 5 out of 10, I don't think it's like the worst like piece of shit ever.
what did we rank Red One?
Red One's an F.
A
It's like the
D,
top
right?
F.
Oh, is there an F? No, we had an F.
We made an
Do we
F
have a
just
D?
for Red One. Yes, we have a D. Nothing's
Yeah,
in
put it
D.
in
I how about D then? D's fine. I don't think it's like this. That's the same red one, you know. Be like,
Let me read off C before I go to the D. But like C has top is Corpse Bride, Bones and All, Fantastic Planet, Tigers Are Not Afraid together, and then A Touch of Sin, and then D.
I don't
I'm
think you
fine
guys
with
want
you
to
just
put
put
this
it.
there.
What's up?
What'd you say?
I said I don't think you guys want to put this there.
I mean,
I put it in D. I said
No,
put it in D.
in C.
I
Just put it in D. It's fine.
Yeah.
okay. Ah, fuck! I got my head to do this. It's been a while. Okay. Oh, I need to get an image. Bitter Moon.
So Cosmo, you said no more Polanski movies.
I don't want to watch anything
All
post
right, cool.
charges.
Next month we're watching a movie by Woody Allen.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Fuck no. And it's so disappointing too because Tarantino has a lot of good movies
Challenge
too.
Impossible.
It's like,
Watch
fuck.
a Hollywood film with no one in it who is a pedophile, sexual
With no rapists or pedophiles.
I mean, yeah, it's a little disheartening because Tarantino made my favorite movie of all time.
Kill
but
Bill.
yeah,
Yeah, but well, like I say, Kill Bill at
That's my
least doesn't have any material about
movie.
like young girls or whatever.
All right.
I mean the
I
age
just
gap
hope Tarantino
between
dies.
the age
but-
gap between Bill and Beatrix is pretty large.
Yeah, but it's not nothing like it's not like anywhere near the level because Uma Thurman looks like she's fucking 30, like 30. Like she doesn't look that young.
She's an adult woman, older, and looks older. So I don't really care in that context. I thought it was like, okay, but doesn't really. The problem is with Bitter Moon, the age gap is constantly emphasized. Mimi is kind of
Honestly, if she was younger, you could probably make like something about. If she was younger, you could probably make some point about Bill being with the snake charmer and group a connection. But she's kind of just looks like she's old enough in that movie, to be honest.
Claps hands. All right. Contra. What's our task?
I know.
Romance trope that you hate. I'll go first. I really don't like miscommunication that like could have been cleared up way earlier. That shit drives me up a fuck. Like, oh my god, like a misunderstanding about like I don't know fidelity or something. Like maybe you saw something that was like a little confusing, and they don't even try to like explain. It just spirals out of control. I really hate that. It's not even just romance. It's like anything in general where like miscommunication is used as like a literary tool to like keep the plot moving forward. I fucking hate it.
Happens a lot. It's a pretty big plot device people use.
Yeah, they need to get better
It
at
just
writing.
gets to a point.
depends on the level and like the reasons behind it. I think it can be done well or fine, but like most of it is just super convoluted and doesn't make sense with the character not just saying something.
Yeah.
Or is it like it's kind of like a shoot of that is like when the character is like overhearing two other characters eavesdrop and it sounds bad and then they go away
Yeah, where they
crying and
only
then
catch like part of the conversation
yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
I
very
watched Arcane
conveniently.
season one.
it's just so fucking annoying. I swear to God, I can't stand it.
All right. Well, mine would be one. I hate love. I have two. I want to say one, love triangles. I
Fuck!
fucking despise love triangles. They're kind of shoved into everything because a lot of
They're
time they
not
feel
done
really
well.
forced. And love
I
at
like them
first
when they're
sight. I think
one-sided.
I probably a connection at first sight, like some kind of strong connection. But I really dislike when it's like, and like a week, these characters are saying like, "I love you," I like love each other and shit. I'm like, I don't like that. So
Dang,
like those are my shows.
I
I
regularly
hate love
do
at first sight. If I was like a strong connection at first sight, like you're drawn to this person, but like I don't like love ever.
I don't like love ever.
Because love is like this big complex emotion. I don't think,
I
I think
get
you
what you
kind of
mean. It was
like
just funny.
disrespect it, disillusion it
I don't
when
like
you
love.
when you make it like this thing that can be felt instantaneously. Like,
uh,
no, I think love is something that should have to be earned because it's such a grand, complex emotion.
so I'll go next. For a lot of these tasks, I end up having the same answer to someone. And for this one, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get two, so in case my first one gets taken, I got a backup. My
Oh
first one
no.
was miscommunication, which Concho had, but I was like, that's okay.
Oh
I still
no.
have the other one. My other one's love triangle.
No.
Oh shit.
um,
Well,
miscommunication I actually hate.
okay, yeah.
Love triangles, I don't know.
I don't
Everyone,
like them when they're like one-sided.
yeah, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Everyone
Yeah.
I've gotten, it just feels one-sided, and I'm just kind
Like
of
I've
like,
seen
eh.
like 3 Molly Ringwald movies, and they all have like the same fucking one-sided love triangle thing.
I think it can be done well, but most people just don't do it well.
Um, yeah, yeah, I just like love triangle. They say it just feels kind of like one-sided, and communication is just annoying because it's like just say it. It just feels like the plot is forcing it.
Let me see.
I hate
Okay, so
love.
for me, I hate love. I hate the fake dating trope a lot. I can't stand it.
Oh yeah,
I
like
really,
like date and we fall in real love or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
I fucking hate it because the reasons for the fake dating are so fucking stupid in the
it's
first place.
super convoluted. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so fucking unbelievable. Like, oh, I need to bring a boyfriend for Thanksgiving dinner, or because my parents have been asking me about a boyfriend, and I made up a lot. No, it's fucking stupid. And then they fall in love. Ew, it's fucking stupid. It's cringy. That shit is for YA novels. Like, keep it there. I don't want to see it in my other. No, I don't want to see it in my fanfiction. I don't want to see it in my novels. I don't want to see it anywhere. That shit sucks. Sucks ass. Shit from a butt. Poop from an ass. And yeah, I think that's my main hated trope. I also hate miscommunication too.
All right. I'm gonna follow this up with cause I did this thing last theme. Uh, of all the picks we picked, what was everyone's favorite movie that was picked? Mine was Bones and All. That was the one I liked most for romance.
Probably Chunking Express, just because like any Wong Kar Wai movie, I feel like I can just throw it on pretty easily and get sucked into like
Yeah, I'm
the
also gonna
general
go with
vibe.
Chunking Express.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Fuck you
And I
guys.
like
Damn, bro.
sorry. Listen, Bones and All is
I mean, I
fine, but Chunting.
like I like Bones and All. I like Bones and All. I just don't know I'd be like as likely to rewatch as I know I would a Wong Kar Wai like Chunking Express. And then of course, probably like I don't know, it's I watched it as a kid, so I have like that kind of connection to it, but I don't really think about it over the years. I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a cute movie. And obviously I didn't care that much for it.
I'm gonna
It's
forget I
pretty
ever
evens out
watched
to
it. So,
All right, we're not
Wong
ready.
Kar Wai Dick Riders here.
We ready to announce
so
the
true. That's
next theme.
me. That's me.
Yep.
All right. Next month's theme is fantasy. Wow. I'm going first, right?
Wowzers.
Well, yeah.
All right, cool. My pick is Dragon Slayer.
What? I thought it was Excalibur.
Oh wow.
No,
The
that was
original
on my
title.
list, but Skills also someone else was
Oh,
gonna do
okay.
it, so I was like, all right.
My pick, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
But yeah, it's Dragon Slayer 1981.
Okay.
'Cause I
That
had
sounds
a
cool.
long list of fantasy movies I was gonna watch, and then we said we're gonna do this theme, and I was like, well,
Well, what's your task, motherfucker?
oh fuck yeah. You know what? I'll just start basic. I was actually thinking of this for a while, but I'm just gonna go with the basic one because it's copying what I did art with romance. Just fantasy tropes you like. Not super
Because Rose
interesting.
Yeah,
playing
I
Death on
don't
Life
read that
show.
much fantasy.
Well, learn about it, bitch. I mean, like it's
will.
standards for like Chosen One, Farm Boy, Hero, stuff like that.
I do think me and Celia probably have the same one because
Uh,
I think we've really talked about a trope that always gets us.
Have we? Me
Uh,
thinking really hard, not be able to like know what he's talking about. Oh,
Bastard and Chosen One.
I mean, I like Bastards. Chosen One, I feel like it depends how it's done. We're dancing, that's girly, but here. Okay, but that sounds good. I feel like fantasy will be a good month because like I feel like I watch mostly stuff that's set in like reality and like pretty grounded. So I feel like this will be nice.
Yeah, I had a
Not just
lot
some of the
of
science fiction stuff like that.
my
But
picks were really varying. I had a lot of like crazier ones. There was one I was almost did, but like I decided not to do that one. But yeah, so Dragon Slayer 1981.
all right, well, sounds good to me.
mhm.
All right, somebody gonna close it happen.
Oh, so, I didn't know what else I was saying. Anyway, this was the film that. Wait, it's conscious episode. You should do the outro.
We usually say for the outro.
We'll catch you on the next one.
I will catch you on the next one. Get the fuck out of here.
Think, whoa, that was me.
We're done with you now.
And kill Polanski.
All right.
Goodbye.